Yep.
Good evening, Sohail Aihmad. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you very much. Yourself?
I'm great. Thank you so much for talking to Valorant TV.
Thank you. Thank you. No, my pleasure.
Okay, let's get straight into it. We are showing your fight on Valorant TV, so we want to get to know a bit more about Sohail Aihmad. Tell us about you, tell us about your record, tell us about what you're about.
Well, Sohail Aihmad is going to be one entertaining fighter, for the future, one to look out for. I've had a quite good, amateur. I mean, it's not a big amateur experience. I mean, some, a lot of people had 20, 25 fights. We will just. If I was you, I would wait around and have a few more fights and stuff before I turn professional. But I've been training with Aihmad, since I had 3 fights really. Sparring with him regularly when he was fighting Aloha for the International Master Championship belt, and then sparring with him when he was fighting Jimmy Colas, and then for the prize fighter. Quite good experience. I mean, he's been training with Don Charles as well, so he's been looking after me and going around different gyms and doing, sparring pros and stuff. So I think, been told that my style suited more to be a professional boxer rather than an amateur boxer, So, took a big step, and I've got a good team behind me. I've got Kevin Murray, who is my trainer, my manager at the moment, and Yassine Omachi is my trainer. I haven't signed with any promoter yet, but we're just happy as we are, and we're going to keep fighting, keep busy, get big wins under the belt, and hopefully something big will pop out, and we'll take the opportunity when it comes.
So you're actually turning pro now then?
Yes, it's my first fight, which is on Saturday, on the 29th of June, York Hall, London, Bethnal Green, home of boxing. A perfect way to start my career.
The Trail of Destruction, that's what it's called.
The Trail of Destruction. I'm going to call some on the 29th of June.
So, what weight divisions do you fight in?
I do like welterweight, but when I'm fighting for a title, I will be doing lightweight, which is 9-9. But at the moment, I'm fighting at 10-2, which is on the 29th.
So, why have you decided to fight a light welterweight now and not come in at a low weight division?
The thing is, right, when I don't need to really in terms of because it's just the beginning of my career, so I won't have the camps, the 6 weeks camps that you normally do, the 8 weeks camps that you have for a big fight. I mean, I've only trained 4 weeks. I mean, I've been training for a long time because I was supposed to be fighting on Amir Khan's undercard in Bolton, in Sheffield, but because we had some stuff and my license didn't come through on time, so that didn't happen. So I've been in training for some time, but for this fight particularly, I was training for 4 weeks. So, but when I do come in for a title fight, I will have a proper camp, 6 weeks, 8 weeks camp. The weight will be measured, everything will be managed well, my diet, my training, and everything. So yeah, I don't need to really kill myself at the moment, because I walk around at 10-2, 10-3. So making 9-9 shouldn't be a problem for me.
Okay, so when you look at fighters like Naseem Hamed and of course Amir Khan, they're 2 fighters that have done very well. How do you see yourself in the mix for something like that?
Prince Naseem Hamed, he was one hell of a boxer, an entertaining boxer. So, I definitely have the character and the personality, but when it comes down to boxing, people, they have to come down and buy a ticket or tune into your TV, which is, station, and check out the skills to back it up.
Wow.
So yeah,
So what sort of styles do you bring to the ring?
Well, my style is not your ordinary boxing style, hands up, come forward boxer, I like to fight a reflex fighter, hands not, rangy. I'm quite tall for my weight, I'm 6 foot. I was told by Paul Smith last week because we were sparring with Stephen Smith, his brother, because they fighting as well, and he came up, he says, you're the biggest light welterweight or lightweight in the whole world. And I say, yeah, people will know me to be the biggest light welterweight, because I'm quite tall, for my weight category. But I'm quite rangy, slick, reflex fighter,
So you decided to go that way rather than the typical stand-up British left jab, right hand, left hook style. Why have you decided to go that way?
I mean, I personally think, you know, boxing, the way you fight is the way you are as a person. How you are as a person is how you fight in the ring. You know, if you're a flashy, entertaining, you know, charismatic person in your normal life, I think that portrays the, you know, what you do in the ring as well, because you want to take that to the ring and be like that in the ring, because you don't want to be something different in the outside and be something else in the inside of the ring, right? So obviously, everything has to be, you know, how you are as naturally as a person. You can't be one thing and be something else. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand it totally.
You know, my personality is just like, you know, I like to show off, you know, not show off in a bad way, but, you know, I work hard. You know, when you work hard, you want to show your skills. You want to show people what you have, you know, what you're capable of. And that's what I'm doing. That's the reason why I chose, or I not really chose, but just the reason I turned out to be when I fight.
So what made you get into boxing?
What made me go into boxing? I used to do taekwondo. I was a British champion, a junior British champion, at the minus 62 weight category. And then what happened was that I decided to do boxing because I've got an uncle who saw me do fight in taekwondo, and he said to me, he says, you've got the ability to be a great sportsman, you know, and one of good, you know, a very good potential. What happened is that, you know, he took me to a boxing gym. You know, he came all the way from Russia and he took me to a boxing gym. And basically, you know, he just walked in there, and the gym that I walked into was a gym called All Stars in West London.
Yeah, I heard about All Stars. It's got very good gym and very good trainers there.
Mr. Akai, you know, he's the one who took me to Mr. Akai. And, you know, he said to me, the first thing he said is, can you fight? I said, well, you know, I'm a British champion, so... You know, I must know how to fight. And he said to me, if you're a British champion and what you do, you must be crazy to just start from zero, you know, in something new. But I said, you know, boxing is always I wanted to do, you know, ever since I was a kid. You know, I always wanted to be a boxer. The reason why I chose taekwondo is because I was young, and the closest boxing gym was very far from us, you know, and I was young and I couldn't really go there on my own. So I chose taekwondo because it's a local leisure centre.
It's funny because I used to do kickboxing, not kickboxing, it was our open martial art contact. So we used to fight different styles. And I converted from that to boxing because I thought I was very good with my hands. Yeah. Right? I wasn't too keen with the feet, and I was dropping guys with my left and right hands. So I thought, right, you made the conversion from that to boxing. But the difference is now, because there's no kicks, you're getting hit on the chin a little bit more.
Yeah.
How have you reacted to the fact now that you're getting hit on the chin?
You know, the thing is, right, I mean, you know, in taekwondo, I've been hit with the kicks a couple of times to the chin, so, you know, I can take a hit. But, you know, that shouldn't be a problem. But, it's just that the fact is, you know, I was good. I mean, you know, even though when I was in school, when I was young, I always wanted to do sports, you know what I mean? I was good at football, I was good at basketball, I was in a football team, I was in a basketball team, I was in a cricket team. You know, sports is something that I enjoy doing, and it's something that I always wanted to do. So, the only thing was used is someone with punches, you know what I mean? Because I used to kick a lot, but, you know, it took me some time, but I got into it and it's not a problem, you know?
So how do you view in terms of the relationship between boxers and fans? How do you work with that with yourself and followers?
Sorry, say again?
How do you view the relationship between a boxer and the followers, the fans?
I mean, how do I relate to them?
Yes, in your view, how important are they to you?
Fans, my fans are very important to me, you know. Your fans are what make you who you are as a whatever you do. If you're an artist, if you're a singer, if you're a rapper, if you're whatever you are, a comedian, you know, boxer, footballer, whatever you are, your fans make you who you are. Because without them, you won't go nowhere. Without their support, without their backing, without them coming to watch you fight and spending their money, their own hard-earned money to watch you fight and buy a ticket. Especially at the times we are right now, you know. It's very difficult, you know, financial crisis and stuff like that. So they're very important, you know. They pay, and also you know, I'm a sort of person. I like to be close to my fans, you know. I'm just an ordinary bloke, you know. I'm not some guy who came from a background, you know, that street, cannot relate to the local people, you know.